so this is our project. It is called a radial name design because it goes in a circle all the way around. If you notice, your name is actually going to be in the design 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times all the way around. Kind of like a bicycle tire. Each of the sections has your name in it, and they're all put together to make it look like a really cool design. Okay, so here's how we get started. First, you have a white square piece of paper. You're going to fold it into a triangle once. Make sure your corners are nice and crisp. Then you're going to fold it again as a triangle. One more time. And then again one more time as a triangle. So that was 3 times you're folding it. Then you're going to make it look like the roof of a house, so the point is up top. All right, and then you need your handy dandy pencil. Then you're going to be writing your name in block letters. So you're going to practice writing in block letters first if you need to, but if not, you're going to write your name starting on the left side, and that means that your first letter is going to be pretty small because it's over in this corner of the triangle. Now, if you have a super long name, so for example, a super long name might be, I don't know, Anaya. So for all you Anayas out there, I'm sorry. I'm not making an example of you. I'm just using you for right now. Anyway, so Anaya. And there are actually like 30 different ways to spell Anaya, but we'll go with this one for right now. Anaya. So Anaya has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. I'm going to figure out which are the middle letters or the middle letter. If you have an odd number, you'll have 1 letter. If you have an even number, you'll have 2. So 1, 2, 3. So I and Y are the middle letters, and I'll make that look more like an I. So if I were doing the name Anaya, I would start out by putting I right here and Y right here. And obviously those aren't block letters, but that kind of helps you know how to space it out. Well, my name that I'm going to be doing is Julie. That's my first name for all of you who did not know that. So I am going to make sure I know what the middle letter is. So 1, 2, and then my middle letter is L. So I'm going to start with the L. I'm making it into a block letter. Oop, fell off the paper there. Okay, so see that the L touches the top and the bottom. Okay? Then I go on and I make my I and my E. Now, I did an uppercase L, a lowercase I, a lowercase e. It really doesn't matter if you mix it up like that. And then I can't forget the U and the J. Now, you can do yours more in order. I did mine kind of mixed up, but that just helps me to know how to space out my name that has 5 letters. If you have more letters, obviously your letters are going to be a little bit skinnier so that they all fit on your triangle. Okay. So after you have your name in block letters on the first triangle, you're going to take a Sharpie and trace it. You saw me do this in the time lapse. Okay, so now that I have traced my name in Sharpie, what you want to do is open up your paper, kind of like this, all the way until you have a triangle. Then, or the bigger triangle. Then I'm going to flip it over and I am going to trace it just like I see it. Now I have a lot of students who like to try to write their name over in block letters. That's not what you have to do. You've already written it once and that's all you need. From here on out, it's just going to be tracing. This paper is actually thin enough that you don't really need to put a light behind it to trace it. You can see it straight through the paper. If we're having a day where you just can't see through it, a lot of times I let students use the window. So you put your paper up against the window. but on cloudy days or things like that, it might just be easier to do it at your table. So I'm tracing all my letters just as I see it, and you'll notice that my name is now backwards, and that's okay. That's kind of what we want for it to work out. After I trace it once, then I open up my paper, and I'm going to have to fold it in half like a book and trace again. Okay, after I traced it that second time, when I open it up, I can see that I now have my name 4 times. And I just have to use a little bit of my art smart brain to be able to figure out that now I need to fold it in half the other way, like so. And I will be able to trace my name on the remaining 4 triangles. Okay, now that I have traced it on both sides, when I open it up, you can see the really cool design that happens. Now, you can see that I have my name that goes Julie all the way to the middle, and it's made this really cool design that almost doesn't even look like a name anymore. And for some of you, after you complete this, you won't even be able to tell it's a name. So all that's left to do for this one is to color with some markers. One word of advice is that when you're coloring, color each of your letters. So for me, like all the J's, color all the L's, color all the L's the same color, color all the J's the same color, color all the U's the same color, and make it a pattern all the way around. Instead of coloring like this box blue, this box green, this box purple, because it makes the pattern show up a lot better and they look even cooler. So, good luck and have a great time making radial name design. Peace out.